Everybody is talking about Trump being convicted, and it's easy to say that Trump brought this on himself because he's a bad man. But in the last month, we've had other people locally in California being punished for speaking out on behalf of children and parents. People who aren't Trump, who aren't bad, but they're still being punished for saying something different, as if we're in a communist country. Communist or authoritarian countries like China, Venezuela, Russia put their opposition leaders on trial and in jail as political prisoners. Donald Trump is the opposition, and people have chosen him in their primaries as their candidate. So how is this opposition jailing happening in the United States? Shouldn't you be giving the average voters the freedom to choose whomever they want? If Donald Trump is truly a bad man, then the majority of voters won't vote for him. How did we get to a point where we can't make our own decisions anymore? You have far-left progressives like Laura Friedman yelling, guilty, 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 guilty. Again, this isn't just Trump. In the last month, we've had multiple people who aren't Trump being declared the enemy and being punished for having thoughts and opinions different from the far-left progressive agenda. We just had California Assemblymember Bill Essayli suffer retaliation and get removed from his position in the Assembly Judiciary Committee because he forced a floor vote to end progressive sanctuary state protections for pedophiles. Even some Democrats reached their breaking point.
As a progressive proud member, I'm done. I'm done with us protecting people who would buy and abuse our children. I'm done. I don't want people buying little girls anymore. And I'm tired of saying it's okay and that we have to protect the men who do it.
Locally in Glendale, we had 3 progressive council members strip Mayor Najarian of his mayorship by interpreting a city ordinance to deem Mr. Najarian a bad man, or in their own words,
not in the best interests of the city.
Does this sound familiar? It's not just happening to Trump, it's happening locally in our own neighborhoods. It's easy to say that Trump is a bad man, that he brought it on himself. But Bill Essayli and Najarian are not bad people. How did they bring this upon themselves? Because they voiced different opinions from the progressive platform? Because they think that child sex traffickers should get appropriate punishment? And that parents should be able to voice their concerns if their grade school children are being exposed to sexually explicit content? Ladies and gentlemen, we have moved past the point of arguing Democrat versus Republican. We are now at the point of progressive versus non-progressive. This is communism and totalitarianism versus freedom. This is a group of people changing the laws to suit their needs. And you might think that you're in the club until one day you say the wrong thing and suddenly you're out.
Donald Trump refers to himself as a political prisoner and blames you directly. What's your response to that, sir?
This is not what the United States stands for. This is not what my parents escaped the Middle East for in order to give their children a better life. I am Alex Balekian, MD. I am the non-progressive candidate running for Congress because I have reached my breaking point. And I'm speaking out against the lunacy of proud progressive Laura Friedman and her progressive caucus. I'm taking a stand because it's only a matter of time before I and you get shut down for what we think. This is about communism versus freedom. Which one are you going to choose?